Welcome back in, everybody, to the third and final series. It's going to be ROBBNROLL versus No Sorry. No Sorry, I do believe, will be playing with the stand-in. It's going to be Phazor instead of Yond. Yond, obviously, going to be missing from the lineup today. But apart from that, it looks like everybody else is here ready to go as well. We're going to be waiting for this draft to get started. ROBBNROLL and No Sorry looking to rock themselves up this table here. ROBBNROLL on 2-1, 4-4 in terms of games won and lost. No Sorry, though, 1-3, 3-6. In terms of games won and lost. No, sorry, have played Namiga, Navi Jr., as well as Moneymakers, I do believe, who they lost to, beating out Sigma Y&T on the very first day of the season. Haven't been able to pick up a win since then. So it's not looking great for No Sorry. Meanwhile, the start of ROBBNROLL, they've only dropped a series to Namiga. Other than that, they picked up a win against Team Sexy and Moneymakers themselves. So ROBBNROLL in a really comfortable position here to get themselves further up the table. Moneymakers, we see they've lost to Cybercats and ROBBNROLL. That could be a tiebreaker situation coming into the later portion of the season. Cybercats themselves, they've lost to Navi as well as Team Sexy, picking up wins up against Moneymakers and Sigma Y&T. So just looking coming into this final week, how this is going to shape up. Namiga in a really great position to shoot themselves into that Division 1, 5-0, 10-2 in terms of games won and lost. Cybercats, Moneymakers, Navi Jr., Team Sexy, and ROBBNROLL all picking up 2 wins. A couple of losses there for Moneymakers as well as Team Sexy, ROBBNROLL, and Navi Jr., both 2-1. Which might be, again, on the 22nd, ROBBNROLL playing Navi Jr. in the final series of the day. So that could be, another tiebreaker team situation. Looking at it, again, I think coming into this one, ROBBNROLL, after beating Moneymakers and Team Sexy, should be in the most comfortable position. But Navi, again, only losing Series 2 Namiga. They've beat out Cybercats and No Sorry. Still, both teams have Sigma Y&T to play, which is looking like a fairly easy win currently in this tour. Sigma Y&T, like we saw in the last series, not picked up a victory of a series just yet. They've picked up a couple of wins in games, but not been able to translate that through into a series win. And ROBBNROLL, Navi Jr. looking like the 2 stronger teams in the division. So we'll see. Okay, one of the casters having an issue, which is why we're not into the draft just yet. Just looking through the lobby, shouldn't be too far away from getting started, as I'll go through the rest of the table to see where else we can look at. What have they been playing? ROBBNROLL. So they've liked the Rubik's up against Team Sexy. They played three Dooms, a couple of Batriders. They're getting the Rubik's in there as well. The Abaddon's coming out. Team Sexy actually liking the Visage picks. I think. Have they all been? Yeah, so in every series, it looks like they're just being given the Visage. Didn't pay off for Team Sigma to let that one through. But ROBBNROLL coming in with a plan. They were able to take that series 2-1. Yeah, it looks like they tried the same against Team Sexy as well. Against Amiga as well. Was ban out in game number 3. But it didn't seem like they had any issues with it in game number 1. Were able to beat that. So there are some different heroes being picked up here in the Division 2. Not every team wants to stick to the meta. Maybe they come in with their own ideas. Come in with something a bit different. Just looking, 4-3 on the Visage. So it's got a positive win rate coming into this one. The Techies, ever popular there as well. Doesn't have the best win rate coming through. We've seen the Huskar. We've seen the Huskar 3 times, 2-1 on the Huskar. I do believe Namiga were 2 of those wins, I want to say. Up against... No, it actually wasn't. Who was it that picked it up? Because we saw it twice. Was it Team Sexy? It was Team Sexy. On the very first match against Cybercats, they were able to pick up a couple of victories there. So again, the Huskar, we are seeing it being banned out as well. I wonder if you'll see something different. The Wind Ranger, 2 games, 2 losses. Yeah, the LC actually won a game. So it was played by Moneymakers. Yeah, and actually won it up against the Tinker. Did I cast that match? But it looked like it paid off. So hopefully we do see it again, a change to the LC that makes it a little bit more viable coming into it in the next tour after we do get that patch in about 3 days' time. The rest of the teams, like I say at the bottom, we've got No Sorry and Sigma, 1 and 3 for No Sorry. Sigma YNT 0 and 5. So No Sorry looking to claim a victory here, even with the standing. Coming up against the ROBBNROLL as we get ourselves into the draft, they need to be pushing out, because if they let that gap get any larger between themselves and the mid-table, No Sorry might be cut adrift coming into this one. They will have 2 series to play after this one, up against Cybercats and Team Sexy. So again, not the easiest teams in the world to be playing up against if you do lose this one and you're having to fight for survival. So No Sorry, straight up ban out the Doom. The Phoenix goes here as well. So that leaves, the Rubik, Undying, Snapfire. I had all these heroes in my head. The Disruptor gets through as well. EEU might go for that as the Death Prophet, and the Broodmother does get banned out. It leaves the Nature's Prophet in there as well. The Disruptor. Rubik gets picked up by No Sorry, but you leave the Undying, the Clockwork. Pango in there as well,
5 seconds
which is pretty popular. What's Hayes been playing recently? Because I did see he played up against Amiga. He tried to play I think it was the Death Prophet, and it didn't work.
Radiant team pick.
So they go for the Enigma. Okay. And the Treant. Okay. I mean, maybe they think, if they're stronger on paper, this might play off of them. I'm just not a fan of the Enigma pick in the current meta, because you build into the Greaves, you want to go into like a pipe as well. Yeah, the Ursa comes out, just to be able to rip through it. Yeah, you don't really see the black hole. I think I've seen matches that go for like 50, 60 minutes, and the Enigmas only use 1 black hole in the match. It's just not a very good hero to me. I get the threat of the black hole is a nice one, but you just need so many items to get working as the Enigma. Like I said, Greaves, no reason, always you see the Enigmas going for the Greaves, and then they might go back for that Blink BKB, but usually it's the pipe first. Yeah, and it's just that the slow build-up to the Blink and the Black King Bar. I forgot what I was going to say there, but the BKB, especially when there's like a Rubik in the game, it's just so hard to get this black hole off. Like, if you don't have that BKB, you're coming in Greaves and Pipe, you try and go for a BKB, you don't catch the Rubik Telekinesis, and he gets the steal off on the black hole as well. What's the win rate of the Enigma?
Radiant team ban.
Because again, I've just really not been impressed with this hero. I think if you're going to go for it, there's better heroes to be picking up. Is it right down? No, let me just control F it. So we've been played
5 seconds remaining.
Twice. No, that can't be right, surely. ROBBNROLL, maybe it's just of the series that other events that I'm seeing. ROBBNROLL played it up against an Amiga.
Radiant team pick.
Has it really only been played twice?
Dire team pick.
Yeah, ROBBNROLL played it both times, up against Moneymakers and Amiga. I know I'm being caught in this as the Disrupted does come out. Okay, no, they won with it on against Moneymakers. They didn't win it against Amiga. Amiga kind of just ran over it. They went for Nature's Prophet, a Death Prophet, and an Enigma.
Remaining.
Amiga picked up the ET, the Morphling, the Dawnbreaker came through as well. The Dawnbreaker, surprised we're not seeing more and more coming through with the Enigma and the Nature's Prophet picks. Just being able to Celestial Hammer and then Starbreaker down the ads, either the Eidolons or the Treants. Yeah, no, sorry, it's something similar. You go for the Jakiro. You've got the Dual Breath, you've got the Liquid Fire that you can put onto the Eidolons as they come out from the Enigma. It's really going to make it hard. From a distance as well, if he goes for that Black Hole, you've got the Ice Path. I think there's a reason. Apparently this hero's only been picked up twice here. It's just, I don't like it. Maybe ROBBNROLL, they have a plan around it, especially with the Disruptor and the Treant coming out. But again, I just think the build-up's so slow on this hero that he doesn't really get a great timing to be able to join in with the fights. And there's so many ways to counter it. The Rubik and the Jakiro being two of them. So yeah, DK comes out for No Sorry now as well. That's a early fight. That's a push potential. With Jakiro, we're going to see the 3 dragons combine here. Like I say, the dual breath, the liquid fire pushes down on the creep waves. You've got the breathe fire coming up from the Dragonite as well.
10 seconds remaining.
Liquid fire and the dragon form from the Dragonite on towers will be able to make
5
quick work of those
seconds
towers
remaining.
if Aleikumnihao's defenses aren't up to scratch. Meanwhile, what else do they want to go for? So looking for...
Dire team ban.
Depends if this is going to be the Dominic.
For the trees.
Yeah, the Nature's Prophet comes out here. You've already got, again, the Jakiro Dragonite should be able to deal with the ads. Aleikumnihao, that I wonder if they do go for the Death Prophet again. Because it just... I know they were playing up against Nemiga, so maybe this is going better in the scrims when they're practicing with this kind of lineup.
5 seconds remaining.
But to me, the Nature's Prophet, I think there's a reason why the top teams aren't constantly picking up the Nature's Prophet anymore. You know, I think it's been figured out a little bit. The Enigma, I'm just, I don't know. Maybe it's me, maybe I'm just being a big downer, but I don't like Aleikumnihao's lineup. I genuinely, even with the Disruptor being here, you know, one of the more popular heroes, I think if No Sorry wanted to, they could put the Dragonite in the mid lane. You pick up a Dawnbreaker, put it in the off lane.
Radiant team ban.
And then you've got, you know, most of the lanes being answered with, where you're either going to deal with the Enigma or the Prophet or both. So the Huskar ban comes out here for No Sorry. I mean, again, maybe it is Aleikumnihao thinking they're a better team on paper. Just thinking they have the ability to run over No Sorry here in like the first 20, 25 minutes of the game before No Sorry can really build anything up. Which is why they're going back for this draft. And yeah, again, the Death Prophet is spun out by Aleikumnihao in that first phase. Okay. But yeah, they could still go for something like the Lesh if they wanted to in the mid lane. They've banned out the OD and the Doom as well. Huskar ban coming through. Yeah, they ban out the Storm, I wouldn't be surprised to see Aleikumnihao, you know, the final pick if they go for something like the Lash on their own, with No Sorry making all these bans. Just to again put the early pressure on. The Ember Spirit comes out now as well. So No Sorry, what is still there? Puck still available. Barrad has been banned out. Yeah, Lash is still available. Timbersaw. Another hero that deals with ads. Yeah, the Chakram coming through Timber Chain. Woe and Death will be able to make quick work of these, and the right clicks from, even if the Nature's Prophet goes for that, the Blightstone, the Timbersaw should be fine. Once he gets to around level 4, shouldn't really be bothered by either the Eidolons or the Treants. Should just be able to cut those down. So what do you want to do? You want to put the Dragonite in the mid lane? Timbersaw in the off on Dominic. Yeah, I actually wouldn't mind, especially with the Dragonite and the Timbersaw. Wouldn't mind seeing the Lesh. Maybe the Necrophos. Okie dokie. So, Hayes Necro, yeah, Hayes Necrophos. Palentimos here on the Nature's Prophet. Murray White on the Disruptor. We've got Bexon playing the Treant Protector and Shagrat on the Enigma. Meanwhile, on the other side... Yeah, Jaffrix is Phasor. I'm pretty sure. Just a different name. Because obviously he's not in the No Sorry team, so it just goes off as it is. It doesn't go off like the team name. Yeah, I think if Aleikumnihao, if they do get a good start, if they think they're going to be able to run over No Sorry in the first 25-30 minutes, they might be in for a good time in this game. I'm just looking at No Sorry's lineup again. Jakiro, Dragonite, Timbersaw all deal with the ads coming out from the side of Aleikumnihao. The Ursa we've seen have a really good game so far today as well. If he gets that quick Battle Fury, just another answer to it. The Necrophos might be nice against him with the Reaper Scythe. When the Ursa gets low. Just be able to drop that, even when the enrage is going. I don't know. I think on paper, I think I prefer No Sorry's draft. But Aleikumnihao, I think they've just proved themselves a little bit better. But it is a really greedy lineup, and I don't know if they're going to be punished for this. You know, no sorry, again, on the day, anybody can beat anybody, and no sorry, if they've got out of bed in the right, you know, out of the right side of the bed, if they've got the thinking hats on, they have that potential to take the game. We will throw it to an advert here from EGB before we get into the game number one, see how this one's going to go. Check it out, guys.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
So, welcome back in. As again, we're looking to get started with game number one. The smoke comes out here from the side of No Sorry. Well, so it comes up from ROBBNROLL as well. We'll see here. Were both teams? No? Okay. Okie dokie. Although both teams might have tried to make something happen. Yeah, you see the odds coming through. ROBBNROLL, slight favourites. Not a massive advantage, though, between themselves and No Sorry. No Sorry. Not looking too bad at 2.4. But yeah, ROBBNROLL coming into this one just as a little close favourites. And it will be that Dominic Timbersaw. And again, yeah, I think with the Breathe Fire, the Chakrams, the Woe and Deaths, you know, this shouldn't be a problem. No Sorry do have that wave clear potential. Have some good siege to come through with Dragon Knight and Jakiro as well. So if they can execute this draft, I think... Would I give this one to No Sorry? Game number one. Once again, but for the last time, as we get ourselves into this one for the first time. Here between ROBBNROLL as well as No Sorry. He's in the mid lane up against Dodrin. This is going to be interesting to me because I've not seen a Dragon Knight Necrophos lane against each other. I wonder if Hayes wants to go for the Radiance build up here on the Necrophos as well. Top lane, Black Archangel and Denozric coming up against Baxen. Baxen, though, he's just looking to soak some XP. Yeah, Shagarat. Let's see what he does with these Eidolons. Is he just trying to play them away so the lane pushes in? Block the... He's actually blocking the camps with them as well. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Shagarat, we're going to have to see how he wants to try and play around this Enigma. I'm not convinced with the hero. Murray Wire on the bottom lane. Dominic's going to be taking some harass. There's a decent amount of magic damage that can come out on the ROBBNROLL side, but Dominic going for the first point in that reactive armor. Level 1, it's not the greatest in the world. You can see that he's still getting some regen coming through from it, especially with the Blightstone, but once that gets down to like level 2, level 3, you know, Dominic should be unkillable in the sense that the Nature's Prophet shouldn't be able to deal with him without the help of, like, you know, some big burst magic damage potential. But more than likely in the lane, this Timbersaw is going to be fine. Maybe when the fights start coming out, you know, the Reaper Scythes and Jeffrix, actually, Phasor's going to get pretty down low. Phasor, does he go down to this one? The Thunderbolt, he's trying to use the Fairy Fire, but it's not. Murray White will pick up the first kill.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, so good start from ROBBNROLL. Meanwhile, the top lane, Black Archangel trying to do some damage over to Baxen. The Nosric comes through. Yeah, he just wants to get on top of these Eidolons. And again, clean up from this Liquid Fire as well as the Earthshock. You see that Shagarat gets the deny, but the Nosric and Archangel able to clean up 2 out of 3. And 2 out of 3 ain't bad. As Baxen going to get chased down now as well. The Malefice stun onto the Ursa Burr. It just keeps him away from the Treant, but yeah, the Treant, not a lot of mobility in this lane. You do have the Malefice to do things like this, but I think Denozric, he's just going to get aggressive here, run at both Shagarat and Baxen, and once this Malefice is on cooldown, what do you really do? You can throw down the Nature's Grasp as Baxen, but Denozric's just going to Earthshock over it, try and chase you down. He's going to go straight into the Phase Boots as well. So yeah, this is going to be a bit... I think Shagarat might, even with these taking away the range creep with the Eidolons and stuff like that, maybe even the Flagbearer creeps. It's still pretty rough. Dominic, though, is going to get low. Does he go down here? The right clicks. Murray, why? Well, the true carry of the game coming through the Disruptor. Okay, so good start here. I thought the Timbersaw would have it all right time in the lane. But looking at the death summary, yeah. The Blightstone as well as the Thunderstrikes, the Glimpses, doing a lot up against this Timbersaw in the lane. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, you can see that he's... Okay, let's actually take a look at the Eidolons, because the Eidolons are starting to stack up now. It looks like Denozric just going to play underneath the tower, maybe waiting for Archangel to have his spells back up. Out of mana, but he does have the mangoes. Yeah, Muriwai just trying to do what he can to, I mean, I say do what he can. He is getting a decent amount for us. So Telekinesis comes out. Is he going to be okay? It looks like Murray's going to be okay. Yeah. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Hayes trying to chase down onto Doran. Doran's taking a decent amount of magic damage coming through here from the Death Pulse. So no Ghost Shroud to come out thanks to things like the Breathe Fire, the Dragon Tail. But Hayes, 2 points, 3 points now into the Heartstopper Aura. We'll just be able to push Doran back. In fact, Doran has to use that Fairy Fire, the right clicks, Necrophos. Level 5, so no level 6 just yet. The Dragon Tail comes out, though. Doran's still going to be taking damage. He's got the 3 points into the Dragon's Blood. But this is all that he can do to keep himself from ticking down here to the Heartstopper Aura of Necrophos. So once that Reaper Scythe does come out, if he tries to get aggressive onto that, in fact, he's going to try and get aggressive now. Just onto Doran with the right clicks again. The Death Pulse onto Doran. So Doran, he's going to suffer a little bit at the hands of this Necrophos. Hayes... Yeah, I wonder if it's going to be the Radiance build here for Hayes, especially up against the Ursa. Yeah, because he doesn't really want to build into an early MKB on the Ursa. Not really a Bloodthorn builder either. Yeah, Doran's looking alright now. Again, the 3 points into the Dragon's Blood. He kind of offsets the damage coming out from the Heartstopper. But you can see that Hayes is playing this so aggressively, playing on the other side of the river, just trying to stop Doran from coming in for the last hit, stop him from being able to, even with the Breathe Fire. You know, he's trying to get these denies off, he's trying to really mess with Doran's game here, and Hayes doing a really good job at just, any other hero in this lane would be taken down, and Hayes probably would have been looking at 1, maybe 2 kills for now. Bottom lane, Palintimo's taking a lot of harass coming through. Dominic now is going to be that level 4, so Palintimo's going to be getting close to going down. They get the kill onto... Phasor, excuse me, obviously the name changed there. Top lane though, Baxton, he's going to be taken down by Denozric. Denozric might still go down to the tower, he will! Being split between those two heroes, Shagrat gets the XP for it, okay, being run low. Doran scouted out, just getting the pull onto the creeps in the lane, but Hayes now is that level 6. So while he might not be able to get the kill onto the Dragonite, the Glimpse comes out on Dominic in the lane as well. Dominic can get himself away. Timber Chain will be there now as well, but the Sprout coming out, and Dominic connects the field setup. Dominic gets really darn low. Won't go down to any damage from the side of Leikumnihao, but again, yeah. Hayes, if he can keep getting Dominic this low, I wouldn't be surprised to see Hayes, once this Dragon form wears off, to see him rotate maybe towards the bottom lane and look for Nevermind as Murray gets the kill onto Dominic. And now Jeffrix through the trees, trying to avoid. The Glimpse comes out. There's going to be the connected field. Should be the death of the Rubik, even with the Fade Bolt Telekinesis being used here. Get Jeffrix a Sprout. They've got the lockdown. They've got the control. And they have the kill. Palintimos. I mean, 6-1. God damn. Leikumnihao heard me shit talking the draft, and they're just like, okay, we're going to show them. We're going to show him how good we really are. As Necrophos going straight into what looks like the Rod of Atos. Good control up against the Ursa if you do want to make a rotation top to get the lockdown. It means you could set up for something like a black hole as well. Doran gets the D-Ward. It is only Sentry Ward though. And yeah, this is kind of what I was talking about, where it does seem to work from a Leikumnihao. I mean, God, we're only 7.5 minutes in. But it does seem to be working for a Leikumnihao just purely for the fact that they seem like the more stable team. Doran, Jeffrix is rotating in here. Telekinesis onto Murray. Murray doesn't get the vision for the Glimpse. Connected field comes out. They have the lockdown onto the Rubik. And Rubik, well, he doesn't have the Dragon's Blood. So that regen, it won't be as much. Jeffrix will be chased down. The Glimpse comes out. Where's that Reaper Scythe to finish the job? And he's first stack on the board. So permanently granting 2 health. 1 mana cave for the next boss. After this top lane, though, Palintimos TPs himself up to the top lane. There's going to be a great black hole. And you get the kill onto the Ursa Burr. And this is what you usually see with the Nature's Prophet position ones now as well, going towards that Hand of Midas. You don't see them moving into the jungle. You wait until the ultimates are up on your off lanes. You wait until you've got a good position out, and then you TP yourself up to the top lane. You just leave that. You don't move into the jungle here. Archangel can get himself away from Bex, and Bexon, he's going to be body blocked by the tree. It's that micro coming through from the Nature's Prophet. Bexon, does he go down to this one? The TP out. And Donozric, with only the 1 point into the overpower, didn't have the Fury swipes to get the kill bottom lane. TP in from the Necrophos. Does he want to carry on coming into this down as well? Doesn't have that Reaper Scythe, not for another minute or so.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah, Doran at least will be able to do something to the tier 1 tower in the mid lane. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the Nature's Prophet. So Prophet, at least this is what I'm seeing in Eastern Europe. You look to put the pressure onto the other carry. You don't look to move into, get passive in the jungle. You look to take that tier 1 tower on the top lane with your team. That's why you have a pusher like the Enigma or the Beastmaster or a Death Prophet in your off lane, or even an Enchantress. So you can get a quick pick and then take this tower down. And then you look to, you go back to your farm, the Hand of Midas comes out, then maybe into either the Ags or the BKB. And then you start to look for fights again, while the opposition carry is still looking to play catch-up here. Because if we take a look at the net worth, your Hand of Midas is up. You've got yourself 1,500 gold over the Ursa anyway. Donozric, he's going to be a ways away from this Battle Fury. And this is where the Nature's Prophet gets a really good early lead by putting on that early pressure. It does mean that they sack the tier 1 tower on the bottom lane. But that's not the worst thing. I think as well, if the Ursa went down towards that bottom lane to try and push it out, you'd see a mass rotation coming out from UALEIKUMNIHAO just to try and push it back. Okay, the kills. Rodovatos comes out, and the Dragon Knight, there's the Stack Storm. The chase down. Do they have enough to get the kill? TP in from the Nature's Prophet now as well. The Reaper Scythe. They do take down Dodrin, and Hayes once again has that permanent stack from the Reaper Scythe. Did he even go for more here? Jakiro, he's got to be careful. I mean, there's no more Reaper Scythe, so he might just be able to fly himself away from this one.
Dire's structures are fortified.
But yeah, the rotation from UALEIKUMNIHAO. This is where they want to step on the throat. They've got these early item times, and they can look to take the objectives around the map. Black Archangel is going to get low, going to go down to one more Death Pulse. And in fact, Murray gets his kill. There's going to be the root coming through here from the tree, and Hayes has that Ghost Shroud. Will be able to walk himself away from Donozric with these right clicks. What was stolen? It's going to be the Death Pulse. That is pretty good, especially with the 1 point in the Arcane Supremacy. They do still lose that tier 1 tower, but this is where the UALEIKUMNIHAO draft does try and work, where you're looking to put the pressure on around the lane, around the map, excuse me. You're looking to take these quick objectives, maybe even a quick tier 2. You're looking to force the Ursa back away from his own farm in the jungle and take all of the map control away. Because 11 minutes in, 10 to 2. Well, no, it's not 10 to 2. It's 5:30, or at least where I am. But you know what I mean. You look to just put this pressure on and just make it really hard for the Ursa to farm. Meanwhile, you've got a Nature's Prophet with a Hand of Midas that's going towards a Maelstrom as well. So the acceleration on the farm for the Nature's Prophet, he should skyrocket, where the Ursa might sink here if he doesn't get the support from his team. But if you do get the support from your team that is backing you up as you move yourself into jungle, and you're getting these wards down, it does just free up the map for the Nature's Prophet. So it's a lot of this push-pull factor here, UALEIKUMNIHAO. Just trying to make no sorry, do you want to defend your Ursa because you're going to lose the rest of the map? Or do you want to try and look to get aggressive on the map? Because if you do that, you might just lose the Ursa Burr, and the Ursa Burr won't be able to catch up. It is a really good way to just push-pull no sorry around this map, making them choose between objectives as well as heroes. Defense. Speaking about Jeffrix, he gets low. Was that Reaper Scythe? It is available. Does he want another easy stack to come through? It's actually with the Nature's Wrath. Polintimos gets that kill. And Hayes, he's going to be able to go onto Archangel now. Yeah, the Reaper Scythe should fall. Jakiro will go down. Hayes, third stack on the board, coming through in 12 minutes here. So Hayes having a really good time on this Necrophos. Second in terms of net worth. Dragon Knight is about 2.4k gold behind here, this Necrophos. So everybody on the side of UALEIKUMNIHAO having a great time. The Necrophos. Yeah, just looking to evade again. Taking the farm away from the Ursa, just taking away a lot of map control away from the side of No Sorry, putting them on the back foot, and looking to take these early objectives. And I guess when you try and do this up against a team like Nemiga, who are on paper a better team, you know, they have a plan, they had a way to manage ROBBNROLL, they had a way to deal with it. Saw this draft coming in, they even drafted out the Dawnbreaker just to deal with these ads early on, stop the Nature's Prophet from getting that early momentum, and look for some great kills and to take away the map control from ROBBNROLL. And once they couldn't recover, Nemiga just ran them over. Meanwhile, on the side of No Sorry, they don't have that quality in the team here. The Rubik gets caught out. Yeah, telekinesis comes through, but Chagrat still gets the kill. They didn't have a way for the Ursa coming through to deal with this Enigma in the lane. They didn't have a way to deal with the Nature's Prophet in the lane. In fact, that Timber Saw, it was a good idea, but it just looked like the magic damage, it was way too much. And yeah, you had to sacrifice the wave clear potential coming through from the Whirling Death as well as the Timber Chain just to try and keep yourself alive from this Disruptor. So it didn't work out the way they wanted it to, and the Nature's Prophet was able to get ahead. And the Timber Saw now, we're going to see a 3-man smoke coming out from the side. What's the Reaper Scythe as well? 2 seconds away. So yeah, 3-man smoke coming out from the side of ROBBNROLL. They might be making a beeline here, but Jakiro might cut them off. No, they play away from it. Other side of the outpost here. It doesn't break the smoke. We'll be able to get the D-Ward, but the Glimpse comes back. Dominic, he's going to be caught in the Static Storm. Does have the Hood, but the magic damage coming through. The Rod of Atos keep him locked down. And the Scythe swings. And once again, the Timber Saw will die. Yeah, cast range comes out as well. Now this is going to be really good for the Necrophos. Jeffrix, Sprout's going to be out now as well. Plintimos, with the help of the Eidolons and the Treants, should just be able to click down the Rubik. The Rubik is trying to buy some time, trying to plant some trees. But all he's going to be doing is planting a tree for his grave. Just to mark the occasion, mark the area. So yeah, Enigma actually not going towards a pipe, not going towards no Crimson Guard, nothing like that. Greaves straight into the Blink Dagger. This is what I like to see. The Shard to come out as well, so the Malphis, a little bit of a longer stun, and it does mean that you drop an Eidolon right next to them. Every stun, so what's that, like 3 Eidolons? 4 instead? Yeah, 3 Eidolons. Okay. Meanwhile, I mean, once again, that Reaper Scythe's going to be up in 8 seconds here. Denozric, he's looking to play in the Radiant side of the map. Looking to find this farm, but this is where No Sorry kind of being boxed into.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And yeah, he can't... I mean, even if he moves through the jungle, he's going to be sharing the farm with Dominic. Jakiro trying to back him up, help him out. Just keep an eye on him, babysitting. So 16 minutes in, the Ursa just has that Battle Fury in the phase boots. Going towards this BKB, not going to be too far away from the Ogre Axe. Oh, they're going to be able to get another kill. Jeffrix, he tried to get the D1 in, but Hayes telekinesis comes out. No Reaper Scythe. Okay, he's going to save that here. The Black Hole, Dodron gets locked down. The damage, it should be enough to get the kill onto. They do take down now. Ice Path. Markiplier, Chagrat, is he going to be able to walk himself, I don't know, float himself? He doesn't have legs. But yeah, Denozric, not sure who else is behind him, so he doesn't want to commit onto this Enigma. And the Enigma, yeah, just going to be able to force out this lane once again. Murray's close, you've got the Necrophos, you've got the Treant now as well. Does he want to go for the Overgrowth? He does. It's going to be stolen here by the Rubik, but the Rod of Atos comes out. The Glimpse onto Denozric. They should be able to get the kill onto Archangel behind the trees. But the root, it's turned around from Jeffrix. They've got the Static Storm now. The Ursa Bur's locked down, but then do they have the damage to take down Plintimos? Necrophos with the heals. Reaper Scythe comes out, they get the kill onto Dino. And Dominic trying to chase down into this Nature's Prophet. Prophet, can he get himself away from this one? The damage overall is just too much. But Dominic, Godrin both have to be careful here. Because yes, they've taken down this Nature's Prophet. The Glimpse comes out. And the Timber Saw. Good Ice Path here onto 2 heroes. Hayes, though, he's got the sustain coming through from the Death Pulse. Breathe Fire. Necro, though, does he want to try and turn this one around? Got himself the boots to travel the Sanj as well. So what's that? Sanj and Kaya? Maybe even the Heavens Harbour here for the Necrophos up against the Ursula. But yeah, 17, 18 minutes in. This is where you'd want to see No Sorry moving into the Roche Pit. Or at least this is where No Sorry want to see themselves moving into the Roche Pit. But they're just not able to do it. In fact, they might lose Jakiro. Rod of Atos comes out. They don't have that Reaper Scythe for a minute. But it doesn't matter. Hayes, he's able to walk himself in. The Death Pulse,
Dire's top tower
the Heartstopper
is under
Aura,
attack.
the kill. Oh, the humanity. Yeah, Necrophos in the first 18 minutes of the game. 5 stacks on the Reaper side, so 12 HP regen, 6 mana per second.
Dire's top
You can see that the
tower
Death
has
Prophet,
fallen.
excuse me, the Death Prophet, the Necrophos, just constant regen coming out here for him. Says, what's he want to do with this? He's even got himself the Lance of Pursuit. I like this, the extra mana, so you can spam more. Because you don't really need the stats, because you've got the, you know, the regen coming through from the Reaper side stacks, the Death Pulse here as well. So the chase down ability of the Lance of Pursuit, you know, and I know that was a big issue. Oh, this item doesn't have stats. You know, this item, it's no good, it doesn't have stats. But you look at it on heroes like the Necrophos, like the Dragon Knight, like the Ricky, that do just want to run down heroes, chase them down, and you're a very obnoxious, like a Viper as well.
Radiant's bottom tower
This is a great item to have. Because really, even like a Monkey King with an Orb of Corrosion and a Lance of Pursuit, how do you get away from that? And you just get run down and killed off. So, yeah, UALEIKUMNIHAO, they're just going to be able to get themselves into the pit. And look at these, the Eidolons, the Treants, and it's just that they've got their own little private army pushing into this Roche pit, and Roche not going to be able to stand up to this. No, sorry, it's not the quickest Roche in the world. But no, sorry, not contested into that one. Yeah, he's going towards the Sanjin Kai. The Kai is going to be about 400-500 gold away for this Necrophos. Bottom lane, Bexham could be in some trouble, or he could be looking to set up a gank onto Dominic. Who knows? No, just playing away. Dominic's going to leave here as well. Okay. Rune is going to be the Invis on the top. So Shagrat's going to be able to pick this one up. Maybe sets up for that good Blink Black Hole. He did actually go for the pipe and not the Blink. So it's not going to be the Blink Black Hole. It's just going to be the Black Hole if he wants to try and get it off with the Invis form. If he comes in close, he's going to be seen by the sentry though on the other side of the river. Yeah, they give the ping. They know where Shagrat's Invis. They're just saying play close, but don't play it too close. In case we all get caught up by a Black Hole. So Enigma. He's going to rotate around with Murray Y. The smoke comes out here as well. But Ursa's playing away. Dominic's going to start the retreat as well. Yeah, with being able to see the Enigma, that's one good thing. The Sentry, the Observer sees Shagrat in this Invis form on the Enigma. They just play away. They don't want to be getting caught out. Not sure where he is. So they do just leave. They give it the old walk away. Meanwhile, Treant will spot out Timbersaw. Does he want to go for more here? Bex and the glimpse comes out. Timber Chain. Doesn't matter, doesn't get it off in time. He's going to be glimpsed back into the Static Storm. The sounds comes through. It looks like with Hayes rotating in now as well. They've got the lockdown. Even the Lotus Orb. He just says, I'll kill you the old-fashioned way. Don't even need to use my scythe. It stops him from getting the stack. But honestly, I don't think Necro's going to care too much. Hayes is absolutely running this game at the minute. 6-0-1-4 and a 20-kill game here for the side of UALEIKUMNIHAO. And
bottom tower has fallen.
oh, top lane. Do they want to go into the dance rig? There's going to be the TP in. The teams are coming into this now as well. You got the back line. The Road of Atos comes out. He pops that Enrage, but you've got Bexham waiting to do what? Are they going to be able to chase him down the Force Staff? The Glimpse comes back. The Sprout is going to be used, but it doesn't matter. He's going to try and go for that BKB TP out. They don't get the lockdown. They don't get the kill. He does get himself out, but that was a BKB. That was a 9-second BKB being used just to go for a TP away from that one. It's nice. It keeps you alive, and I suppose anything that does keep you alive in this current game for the Ursa is good. But they might have the lockdown into the Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet, big tanky boy, has an Aegis still for another 2 minutes. So even if they wanted to, those two heroes, you know, they wouldn't be able to get the kill in time without rotation coming through from the rest of UALEIKUMNIHAO. Yeah, Gleipnir as well as a Hurricane Pike, excuse me, for telekinesis onto Shagrat. Jeffrix was stolen. He's going to be able to get out that Nature's Grasp, but all he's going to really be able to get is dead. And Shagrat picks up the kill. Okie dokie. So, now UALEIKUMNIHAO looking for another tier 2 tower.
Dire's middle middle tower is under attack.
as Palintimos and Shagrat just use their
Radiant's
ad
bottom
army
tower
to
is
push
under
in.
attack.
Ursabur, again, no BKB. Could get caught out locked down here. Denozric, there's going to be the Rod of Atos. He just pops that enrage straight away. Nature's Grasp comes out. Palintimos is going to TP himself in. Did he go for it? Baxton might actually go down for this. No, he doesn't. And Hayes gets himself another kill on the board. Another stack for the Reaper's Scythe. And 705 here. Necrophos doesn't even need a BKB. He's running confident here. Wants to go towards that Blink Dagger here for Hayes. Yeah, I think I've spoken about it before, but I was fairly heartbroken when Hayes TA2K. I'll come back to that in a minute because it might be able to get the kill onto Dodrin. Dodrin now. Rod of Atos comes out. They've got the lockdown. Dodrin not going to be able to get the TP away. Even the tip. Hayes is absolutely feeling himself here in this game, and Palintimos picks up that kill. But yeah, I was slightly heartbroken when it was V gaming into Rune Eaters into Project Armor, but like the very old V with Hayes. He changed his name from Destroyed to Lace. Played on Navi for a bit. In fact, who's Lace playing for now? Is he still on Navi? No, he's not, because Navi picked up a different team. He's playing on PuckChamp. Oh, is he playing on PuckChamp in Western Europe? How are they doing over there? Did he qualify? I don't think they... Yeah, no, they are. They're in Division 2, right? Sorry, I'm going on a tangent. Not great. 1-4. Okay, not great there for PuckChamp. But yeah, like the old V that was him, TA2K. We'll see another Hayes. Is he going to be able to get the kill? No Reaper Scythe for 9 seconds. The chase down. The Midnight Pulse will be dropped. Come back lines though. Did he get the kill onto Black Archangel? Archangel trying to get himself away from this one. Dominic 2 being chased down. Goes for the Timber Sword. Timber Chain away. And Palintimos at least. He's going to be able to get the kill onto Archangel. But can they chase down the Ursa? I mean, Denozric has his BKB. Going to go for the TP away. Should be able to get it. Yeah, Bexon. Oh, he was queuing up that route, but he wasn't able to get it out in time. And the TP does complete. So he cancels that one off. Hayes with the chase down. Now that Reaper Scythe is available. But Dominic just trying to waste as much time as possible. Was the Gleipnir up in 14 seconds here. Rod of Atos, he gets the lockdown. And now Shagarat with the Malefist. The damage coming through. The Midnight Pulse. Reaper Scythe comes out. And Dominic, he's going to be put back in his box. Yeah, it's again, we can go back to story time. Because this game, you know, it's just an exhibition match here for ROBBNROLL. They're just showing how it's done. They've got the lockdown onto the Ursa. Do they have the kill? Denozric trying to run himself away from this one, uses the Enrage, has the BKB if he wants to use it, even just eats himself outside of the tree. Denozric going to be chased down. Ghost Shroud comes out, he pops that BKB. But again, the BKB is just being used to run himself away from this one. The Black Hole, no, the Blink! Oh, Shagarat, he loses the Black Hole. He doesn't lose the Black Hole, but it is going to be stolen here by the Rubik. Half a second quicker on the Black Hole.
Double damage.
But yeah, what was the lineup? It was... TA2K, Hayes, Destroyed, Blaze, Arrow, and Antaha, I think it was, which was the original, close to the original V. They were a really good team. Arrow and Malady, it was Malady. Yeah, no, I think they looked really good. They were like what Namiga are at the minute. You know, that 1.5 team, like maybe too good for Division 2, but just not good enough for Division 1. It was kind of a shame when they split up. TA2K, though, doing well in Western Europe. Obviously, Hayes looking like he's going for a bit of a resurgent here for ROBBNROLL. Lee's not doing too great. Marty not doing too great as well. But yeah, I'm glad to see at least a couple of the players from V Gaming are doing quite well. So, 27-4. That's my old man story. I'll tell listen. V and Hydra, the old Hydra. So yeah, Hayes is just cleaning up. Look at him. I mean, he's 4k behind the Nature's Prophet, while Nature's Prophet has a hand of Midas. Going into a Silver Edge here as well for Palintimos. So it's looking pretty good. The Roche respawns hammer. In fact, they might try and fight around this. The Rotovators comes out in the Dragon Knight now. The Dragon Knight has a BKB. If he wants to try and use it, he's getting pretty darn low in the Static Storm. He's going to be forced to pop that BKB. And Denozric even pops his. The Lotus Orb comes out there as well. But again, the 2 defensive BKBs. Now, how do you fight into this? There's no Black Hole for the next 50 seconds. The Static Storm did get used, but that was a big force out there. And it looks like UALEIKUMNIHAO, they want to carry on fighting. They've got themselves a Reaper's Scythe. They've got the Nature's Prophet that can TP in with the Gleipnir. Got a Satanic up now as well on the Prophet. Yeah, they can go for this Ursa. They've got the lockdown, they've got the root. Do they have the damage to take him down? The Reaper's Scythe. They do. Hayes gets another one on the board. Another notch on the belt. Another bird in the hand. Maybe? I don't know. He gets another kill. The jump in, the black hole. Jeffrix, is it a big one? Do they get the kill into the Enigma? The Enigma's got his black hole up in 10 seconds. They won't be able to get it off. Now can we turn this one around? Doden with no BKB. The damage coming through though. The Dragon Knight's going to get pretty darn low. And even the Timbersaw coming through, even with the Chakram damage. Yeah. Trying to chase on to Hayes, but Hayes is going to be able to use the Death Pulse. Just try and keep himself a little bit healthy. He might actually finally go down. They finally get the kill. Look at that. Nearly 2k gold being given up here by the Necrophos. And, well, they have the root coming through with the Gleipnir onto the twin-headed dragon. The Force Plinter he wants that kill before he goes down himself.
I'll sharpen my claws in your bark,
But
prophet.
no sorry with a great fight. They take a team wipe. And UALEIKUMNIHAO sticking around a little bit too long there after the initial pickoffs. They'd used most of the spells. There still wasn't a black hole available, and it will get no sorry into the pit. So, maybe a little bit. Look at the gold swing there as well. 5,500 gold being given over after that one. 14,000 experience. And great fight for no sorry to pick up. Yeah, they take the Roche. Denozric, I just think UALEIKUMNIHAO maybe thought the game might have been over, stuck around a little bit too long, or at least that fight would have been over. You know, they're trying to go in for pickoffs, stuck around a little bit too long, and with the black hole being stolen by the Rubik, that wasn't respected there from the side of UALEIKUMNIHAO. Was able to get himself a great jump in and just get the kill set up, and yeah, UALEIKUMNIHAO overextended just a little bit. Necro going towards, he is going towards that BKB. Yeah, I thought it was a little bit not egotistical, but what's the word I'm looking for? You're confident. He was confident in himself when he went for the Blink Dagger over the BKB on the Necrophos, but now kind of learned his lesson after being controlled there that he has to go back for that BKB. He's still going to be about 1,200 gold away from it.
Radiant's middle tower is
So
under
he's,
attack.
he's pretty close. So did they get the jump in? I think they're able to get the kill here. The lockdown, they've got the black hole into 3 heroes. They should be able to turn this one and take all 3 heroes down. Okay, and that's going to be one without buyback. I suppose the Jakiro as well as the Dragon Knight, they still have the buyback if they want to get themselves back into this one. But that was a great fight for just a great jump. And I think the Enigma learned his lesson. You've got to catch the Rubik out there in the telekinesis. So yeah, he's looking to hunt. Dominic just going for the Timber Chain away. Meanwhile, Plintimos looking for the push in. With again these treants coming through. And I wonder what No Sorry want to do here. How's the Ursa bird looking? He's recovered some net worth, especially after that last fight. Got himself the Aegis as well as the Aghanim Shard. Going into, I assume, a Nullifier for the Ghost Shroud on the Necrophos, so he can always just chase it down. Do the damage onto the Necro. The Necro can't really get away. And yeah, just be able to purge off that Ghost Shroud will do wonders for the Ursa in the fight. If he wants to go towards that, I mean, he's... Yeah, no, so he buys out for that. Yeah, it is good for the Nullify. Okay, so we already had the Helm of the Iron Will on the Courier. Yeah, that's why I was only seeing the Sacred Relic. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. So now Denozric, they might try and take this fight with the Aegis being still being there for the next 2 minutes. Again, if they come out with this Nullifier, you know, the Necrophos tries to run away from the Ursa. The Ursa just drops a Nullifier and then drops the Necrophos. So let's see how this one's going to go. We have a bit more of a game on our hand now after that last fight being won from No Sorry.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Again, no, I mean, okay, Shagrat's just looking for the split push. Doesn't have the black hole for the next 24 seconds, so he's just trying to, where he can, put the pressure on the other parts of the map. You know, trying to be useful without the black hole, which the split push, it will be fairly effective with the Eidolons as well as the creeps push in. But Dodron with that TP back. How's he looking? Going towards the Aghanim set here on the Dragon Knight. That Black King bar down to 7 seconds. Yeah, the BKB is, I mean, even down to 6 seconds. It's still going to be nice in the fights. And the Aghanim Scepter, he's got the Falcon's Blade in his backpack. I suppose he wants to keep the Queln Blade just because of the profit. So if he sells off the Falcon Blade, actually might have the gold. Oh, close to the gold for this Aghanim here for the Dragon Knight. We'll see. We'll see if he swaps that back in at any point. Maybe just uses the Queln Blade at the start of the fight if a Sprout comes out, and then he swaps the Falcon's Blade back in if he's got those quick fingers to be able to do that. He's just looking for the D-Ward. Yeah, the BKB up now on the Necro. It's going to be Disruptor going towards the Ags as well. The Disruptor, if he wants to, can at least buy up the point booster. It looks like that's what he's going to do here as well, yeah. Just to start on this, just to make a start, he's got himself the Blast Rig and not a... Did anybody know? They didn't get the Philosopher... They did. It's actually going to be Shagrat with the Philosopher's Stone. Because he needs the Blink, he needs that BKB, the Pipe, even going for the Octarine Core on the Enigma here as well. So yeah, not a big right-clicker in and of himself. He's going to be happy to lose that 30 damage just to trade off for the extra gold to come through here for him. Because the Eidolons do a lot of the right-click damage. He's just the, you know, the Black Hole, the Malefice to come through the Midnight Pulse. That's his main part of his kit. So the right clicks would be nice, but they're not integral to how the speed up Black Hole. They get the Reaper Scythe off now as well and take down the Dragon Knight. The Dragon Knight no buyback. Can they go for even more? The Ursa wasn't able to do anything with that Aegis. So Rotovatos Nullifier will be dropped now. Telekinesis onto the Necrophos. Necrophos though, he pops that BKB. What's he going to be able to do with this? And Osric looking for the chase down. They might be able to get themselves on top of the Dominic. Dominic now as well uses a Lotus Orb as well as his own BKB. But again, the Reaper Scythe had already been used here. Dominic, did he have the vision? He might have had that reveal in the last second, but he will be able to Timber Chain himself up onto the high ground. And not bad. It does force out Hayes' BKB down to 8 seconds though, but he's building towards the Shivas. He's not really going to be fussed about this. They had a great fight. Good kill once again. Another stack on the Reaper Scythe. Yeah, Bergson going to be able to do some D-Warding with the gem as well. 16k net worth lead here for the side of ROBBNROLL. Again, it's not completely over as the Ursa just blinks himself away from his. Basha comes out for the Ursa now as well. Straight into that Abyssal Blade? Yeah, looks like straight into the Abyssal Blade. So. I love that the Death Pulse just carries on chasing him. It doesn't disjoint with the blink. It just carries on chasing him all around the map. And they can just, yeah, finally does the damage onto Osric after that merry little chase. It's great when you see things like that and you see like the homing missile. They're just constantly goes. Ursa. Do they want to try and contest? I'm going to try and go for a 5-man smoke on the side of No Sorry.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Is this Basha Nullifier going to be enough? Flintmos! No, my dudes. No, it was an illusion. Reveal the smoke, and now they might even cost him the life of the Timbersaw. The Timbersaw, Lotus Orb into the BKB. Yeah, the Nature's Prophet, he got you good here. The Glimpse comes back. Did he get the lockdown? It's just going to be torn to Black Archangel. But he's dead for 42. Roshan could be back up in the next 34 seconds. Necrophos is going to have that Shivas in about 30 more gold, 55 more gold. That's nothing to him. Yeah, 4, 3, 2, 1. You know, he's going to have it coming through on his courier now from the side shop if he wants it. We'll find out how long Roshan's going to be after the next 13 seconds. But it's looking really good. 37 minutes in, 38 minutes in from ROBBNROLL. Again, 34 kills to 9. No, sorry. After that one fight, just haven't been able to find the pickoff. So now the chase down. Did they actually get the kill onto Timbersaw? The Timbersaw comes out a little bit early now as well. Static Storm. Did they get the lockdown with this? It looks like they might try and go on to the Necrophos. Necrophos trying to run himself away from the Earthsquare, but again, the Nullifier will be used, and Osric needs to get himself away from this one using his own BKB. Really nice ice path, but the Reaper Sighting comes out onto Dominic on the Timbersaw. He's dead for 77 seconds now, and they get the lockdown onto Archangel. Archangel, he's dead and gone.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It looks like EEU. I mean, Roshi's going to be a minute away, so they're just going to try and break this base. Trying to siege this one down, coming forward. Palintimos as well as Shagarat with all the ads pushing in. The Greaves to sustain them. Dragon Knight comes in with the stun on the Dragon Tail now as well. The right clicks. Did they get the kill to the Necrophos? Necrophos with the Black Hole. It catches onto two of the big cores. No, sorry. They just cannot take this fight here. Osric will go down. A GG will be called.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And, well, yeah, Fricks, he gets all 5, but the GG's already been called here just before the Ancient pops. You know, he just goes in for that just to show off his Black Hole skills. EEU will be taking game number 1, 39-9, and a 24k net worth lead here in 39 minutes. EEU with this lineup, it didn't do too well up against Nemiga, but here up against No Sorry, they just had the secret sauce to be able to pull it out of the bag. The Necrophos, maybe over the Death Prophet, was just that linchpin at pulling it off. 15-1-13 on Hayes. Had a really good game here on the Necrophos, and I wonder if No Sorry going to ban that one out. And I mean, I think it was to come through up against the Ursa, you know, a way to deal with the Ursa, but they had that early push potential from the Nature's Prophet, from the Enigma. As soon as that Palintimos 6 came out, and they were looking for it, they put the pressure onto the top lane, and No Sorry just couldn't deal with the rotation coming through from the side of EEU, and they just choked No Sorry back further and further into their own side of the map. So yeah, No Sorry. I mean, they did take one good fight. You know, it was an all right showing for them, but they weren't able to capitalize off it. And EEU, once they were back at full power, just able to get themselves in. They didn't underestimate them again, and took a really good couple of fights to end the game. But No Sorry, again, they are looking for this victory. They need to be getting wins on the board to make sure they don't get relegated from the Division 2. EEU, they're looking to push through those promotion spots. We'll find out how game number 2 is going to go after the break, and we'll see if EEU, once again, if they're going to take it in 2. But first, we'll find out after this break.